So Claude just released this thing called Cowork, and I'll admit I don't know much about it, but basically it controls your computer. You're basically letting this AI go in and do anything it wants to your computer, and it's supposed to automate simple tasks. You can prompt it, tell it to go look at my schedule and tell me what I have going on this Friday, and can you add this entry on Saturday, and open up my Gmail and send this email, and then also can you open up Photoshop and export the two files on my desktop as JPEGs, little stuff like that. I don't really know how it works. Like, what if you ask it to do something really complex? Would it just like not want to do it? Like, hey, open up Photoshop and design me a 8.5 by 11 flyer to advertise a carnival coming this Friday. Can it do that? How would you know if it didn't or not? I don't know exactly how it works, but that got me thinking. So if this is the next step in AI, it's not just information. You're not just asking a chat bot and having it spit back things at you. It's actually controlling things, like controlling your cursor on a laptop. That's kind of cool, and it becomes like your personal agent, your little robo slave, right? And imagine if we had robo slaves for everything, so we can just not just order around a chat bot. We can order around our fridge. We can order around. I mean, a fridge, you would need some robotics, the actual things to, you can't just say like, cook me dinner when I get home, because it's not Jarvis. It's not like a moving arm, right? But it's a moving cursor, right? So office work, for example, is affected by this. So what can you do with an AI that can essentially act as an office worker? I'm very curious about the use cases. I'm sure there are some people out there already coming up with a bunch of cool things to do, testing it out, seeing how proficient Claude is at doing it. But I want it to, let's be realistic here. I can't just tell it to do my work, right? I'm a graphic designer. I don't think I can trust it to design something for me, at least not something that's gonna be able to be turned in. But I wonder if instead of screens in the future, we're just gonna tell agents what to do. So obviously there'll still be screens, but it's not gonna be like us on a screen primarily, right? It'll be like us telling someone to do something on a screen, telling a robot to do something on a screen. And we could have an army of them. Like, this should be able to scale, right? Like, we should be able to tell our army of slaves to do our office work for us, until actual robots come into our home that can do laundry and cook and clean. So before that comes, this is what's coming up before it. So digital slaves before physical slaves, and combine this with possibly the advancement of wearables. So things like phones and phone screens and computers will be in our brain, right? So we can just think, and so there'll be no screens, no phone. We'll just have everything and it would say, hey, and we would just think, what would we say? We would just, hold up, what's going on here? Anyway, so we would just think things. Imagine we just take phone calls in our brain, communicate in our brain to our robo slaves. Some people thought the dystopian future would be us hooked to like a headset and rotting away at home all day, like in Wall-E or something like that. Like you're strapped to a chair in this digital VR world and you don't want to move. You're just being fed to stay alive, and you're an avatar. Maybe not. Maybe the real world, maybe the real future will be us about in the real world. Maybe it's just kind of like a shift, right? Like we thought we would be slaves to a screen, but the wearables and the robos will free us from that. So we would be able to go out and do whatever we want, because now we are one with the technology, and the technology will do our bidding for us. Now this sounds like a pretty utopian future, a utopian dystopia, right? Wearables in our head. Everybody has their own army of robo slaves. Tech can do anything for you. Cars will drive you. Cook. Robo arms will cook for you. And people will start thinking about, oh, what about people just relying on robots as replacements for humans? Robo teachers, robo relationships, robo intimacy. That's obviously not good. But overall, I don't think it's going to be good. And there's no guarantee this technology is going to work out anyway. Because AI is still just the illusion of intelligence. It's pretty dang magical what AI can do, but I mean, it's still just to me, I think it's just a conglomeration of things. I gotta go.